Hey there. So this is another camera confidence practice, and as always, please don't watch this video. It's for the sake of my own practice, and I'm not trying to deliver any useful information to other people with this video. So first, the goals of this practice is the goals are to improve my camera confidence, my camera presence, to teach my body and my psyche that being recorded is not dangerous, and it can be safe and even fun and pleasant and useful, and attach nice experiences, nice emotions to relearn that. And the second goal is to improve my English, because English is not my native language, and I really love English, and I would love to someday become fluent in English. And using English is one of the ways to improve it. So then let's go through the means of how to become better. So the first point number one that I would love to be aware of during these, it's gonna take me something like 30 minutes, and the first thing that I'm gonna set up two timers. One is shorter, it's for 15 minutes, and it's for me to take my antibiotics and to not forget to do that. And the second one is a 30-minute timer for this video. Okay, so point number one is I want to try to be aware throughout this video that I am being recorded and the camera is on, and that it's happening. Point number two, I want to be aware that I'm using English to express myself and to describe or something, or to think out loud. Point number three, I want to try to slow down and not rush through the video. I want to try to notice that this is happening, and I'm here, and there is this camera that is recording me right now, and I'm feeling this and that, and that's what surrounds me. So I want to take time and not increase my speed to be able to let my psyche to actually notice what is happening, and to actually learn this new experience. And point number four is I want to try to be aware that it is safe here, that I warned you to not watch this video, so the expectations are low, like the lowest possible expectations, because if you are still here, it's your choice. I warned you. Also, there is no one here who's blaming me or offending me or threatening me, and this camera is my friend kind of too, so it's friendly, and nothing, or neutral, maybe it's even better. So it's just a camera that does its own function, and it works, and that's it. So this picture is being captured, recorded, the video is being recorded, and this is not in any way dangerous. Those 4 points I want to try to consciously, deliberately make sure that I am aware of, and I am trying to be to be present here with them in mind. Okay, now as for the actual content of this video, I'm gonna continue going through the highlights that I have made in the Tools of Titans, the book by Tim Ferriss. I really like the book, and there are many highlights that I've done already. I have read this book 70% of the book, and there are tons and tons of those highlights. And the last time, the last camera confidence practice that I read, I thought through the following highlight. Fortunately, 10x results, writes Tim Ferriss, don't always require 10x effort. Big changes can come in small packages. To dramatically change your life, you don't need to run a 100-mile race, get a PhD, or completely reinvent yourself. It's the small things done consistently that are the big things. And so I started thinking about those small. In the last video, I started thinking about I reviewed this highlight. I thought that this is a great idea to notice and value small things that I routinely, consistently I'm doing or participating in, or they're happening, and they are either take my time or money or other resources. So I started. So I liked this idea, and I thought, okay, how can I apply this to my life, and where I can improve, what I can improve in my life, because I don't want to think through ideas and just leave them as a dead luggage and collect that dead knowledge or dead knowledge, understanding, and not do anything with it. I want to discover in books or with people some new great ideas, great thoughts, great ways to potential actions, and so on. And I want to try them out. I want to try to apply them to my own life, and I want to use them to improve some things in my life. So I started thinking through the small things that I do on a daily basis that I could improve somehow. So the first small thing that I discussed, and this is all that I had time. This is all I have time for in the last video, is how I eat. I eat daily, and I thought that I can try to improve somehow the way I cook, the way I purchase groceries, and groceries, and the way I eat. And I thought that, hey, you know what? Maybe there are some some ways to prepare my breakfast beforehand in the evening, maybe the day before that, or decrease somehow the time needed for cooking the actual breakfast. So it's decrease cooking time, and also eat alone to be more present and focused on the food, and also to not start any long conversations or maybe even arguments with my beautiful wife. So that was thing number one that I reviewed. What else can I do? What else do I do on a daily basis? Let's see. I think that so between the periods of my study or work or some productive periods of time. So for example, let's say there is a 60-minute or 90-minute piece or period of work that I started, and I'm focused. I'm trying to create something, to achieve something, and suddenly I remembered something to something important, something that I would like to take care of. And so it happens sometimes that I stop working on that thing that I was working, and I switched to this new thing that I thought of, and so I'm veered off or drifted away. I switched my attention and I started doing that thing that popped up in my mind, and often those things, not always, but often those things, I can either batch them and do in some sort of as batches, so in less productive state, in less focused state, in more distracted state or tired. So I can do them not at the time of my peak or high performance or highest in that day, because sometimes I just didn't sleep well, or out of the energy. So what I can do, and those things, they happen often. And lately, what I started trying to do is to apply effort with some effort. I just resist switching to that new thing, and I continue working on my task, and but it takes effort, and also I notice that I'm worried that I forget about something important, because often something important comes up, and I think that a good solution to not miss a good thought or a bad thought, but my thoughts are all good. My thoughts are all good. So I can have a Notion database or a Notion page where I just input those thoughts or ideas, and I sort them, and then throughout these bouts of work. So I just open my Notion and have a very easy shortcut to process those. So, and just I open my Notion, or I open my, like, the notes on the iPhone or iPad, whatever, and I just quickly capture this idea there. So I save it there, and then later that day or the other day, I take those notes, I take those notes either from Notion or maybe from the notes, and in batches, and I go one by one, and I process them. Process. And so that I don't get distracted during this period of concentrated deep work. Cal Newport calls this state of really thorough, focused work, deep work. So let's use that. So I can use Notes or Notion and a little system to capture anything that I feel I need to do. And sometimes it happens that I remembered that I need to do something at a certain time. I can set a reminder for myself and come up with a system of where I actually acknowledge, respect those reminders. Oh, and this was the first timer where I okay, so I need to go and take my antibiotics, so I won't be here for a couple of minutes. Great. So I can capture those things as reminders, and then don't ignore those reminders, and have some way of respecting the reminders and actually applying those. What else? I noticed that lately, I noticed that when I go to the restroom, or when I have a little period of rest between between deep work, I pull up, I take my phone, and I start reading a book that I'm currently reading. So most often it's the Tools of Titans book, and it feels productive. It feels like I don't have. I use all the time I have, but it only feels productive. I think that, or I noticed that my attention span, my cognitive mental abilities, they are not restoring in those periods between deep work. And from Huberman, I've heard that there is a rhythm to my focus and attention system, and that I can, according to him, I can have a period of focused work for a maximum of 90 minutes, and after that I need to take a break for 20 to 30 minutes. So, and also that is beneficial to in this 90-minute period of work, or of deep work or deep study, to have very short periods of rest, like 1 minute period of rest or something like that. So what I started doing lately is to not take my phone with me to the restroom or to this rest period, and I just do this down regulation breathing that I learned from Andy Galpin, and I just sit for 5 minutes or something like that, and I inhale on count of 4, and I exhale for the count of 8. So what I can do is do this type of rest more. What else is I notice that I procrastinate or I get distracted during my periods of productive work and of deep work, and it happens every day. I have longer meetings at work, or that it's necessary, or I have conversations that I could have avoided, but I didn't. So, or I haven't. I didn't. So what I can do is to try to be more assertive there. And also what I thought I could do, I could track my time, which I already started doing, but it is hard. And I feel like I want to go to the next highlight, but maybe I can try to explore more what small things I could do every day. What other small things? So one thing that I'm not doing right now that I was doing is I don't do yoga nidra right now. So I don't do that 25-minute long period of rest, and I don't do it because I don't have time. I feel like I don't have time, but maybe I'm being lazy to organize I'm being lazy in organizing this yoga nidra block, and it would be better to have it. It would be more efficient, effective. I will have more energy, more attention in my second part of the day. In the second part of the day, I'd like to explore that. Also, what I stopped doing is meditating. I stopped deliberately meditating or blocking out a period of 10 or 15 minutes per day for meditation. And that's because I have it's so hard to actually have a work and a side project, and also learn new things and read books and also work out. So it's just hard. And I'd love to return it back to my life. And maybe I will. I need to, but I juggle. I feel like I juggle with too many things, and adding another thing to like meditation to the list of tasks is way too much. And I feel like I need to clear more space, create more space, or to remove some things from my life to be able to actually do the things that matter. And meditation is that thing that is very important, that I find I think as a practice of presence, of being present, of being connected with myself, and which is the core thing. It's a singular core thing that I feel like it's the most important thing, ability that I have as a human. And I can deliberately practice that. And I forego, or I chose less important things, less than this foundational practice, because I'm anxious, I'm afraid, I have some other things, reasons, but because I'm tired, I'm overwhelmed with many things. So maybe having it, so maybe putting it back, meditation is a very good idea. I thought of some other tiny small things. For example, I go to the gym every day or almost every day, and I could have this little thought through system where I put everything that I will need to take for the gym, to the gym, or use for the gym the next day at one place. For example, my shorts, my t-shirt, my jump rope if needed, my heart rate detector, my headphones or earplugs if that's the day when I need them, and I can prepare all those things in the evening before, when I'm tired, in the evening before going to the gym the next day. So in the evening, the day before, and the next day I can just use those. I don't need to think about them. I just go and put them on and use them. And maybe having this little system, it is so simple, and it saves just, I don't know, a couple of minutes. But if it saves 2 minutes per day, it's 10 minutes per week, it's 40 minutes per month, and it's how much? is it 12 months, 40 minutes per month. So something around 480 minutes per year. So it saves me something like, if I divide by minutes by 60, so it saves me 4 hours per year of time, which is kind of like, hey, it's 4 hours, but it's 4 hours here, 4 hours there, and now we've got a lot of time wasted. And by wasted, I mean not spent on the activities that matter, that I value. So I think that's that. And what else? I could have a better system of connecting actually my devices to the laptop, because every time I need to charge something, and like some device, maybe iPad or my phone, my tablet or my phone, or connect this microphone to the laptop, I'm searching for those wires. This microphone uses USB Type-C as a USB Type-C port, and other devices they use lighting, I think. So every time it takes time and effort, and I feel like if I explore where I spend my time, what I spend my time on in the mornings, especially in the first half of the day, then I will discover that I waste something like 30 to 60 minutes per day, which is 3 to 5, 2.5 to 5 hours per week on activities that don't matter, on the activities that don't matter to me. So here, what I can do as the first step, I can start paying attention to what I do on a daily basis every weekday. And that's it for this practice.